Hey everyone, my name is Dr. Jocelyn Conley, pelvic floor physical therapist, and in this video I'm going to go over the single leg squat where we are targeting the back side of the body more. In another video I went over the pistol squat variation or the front loaded single leg squat. This variation, just based on where our body position is it's easier to hit the glutes and the hamstrings. In this video, I'm going to go over a couple variations. The first will be the glute or the hip dominant variation, and then the second variation will be the thigh dominant variation. As always, spine's in neutral and you're connected as much as you need to or as little as you need to stay connected so that your ribs are stacked over your pelvis and your spine's in neutral. For the first variation, the hip dominant or the balance variation, you're going to tip from your hip, knee bends, chest comes forward, and then you stand straight back up. Back leg can be in this position if you want to train more of the side, or such that your hip, the top part of your leg, is in line with the rest of your torso. Hip and knee either move at the same time or hip butt sits back slightly before your hip. So from the front, feeling my butt load as I come forward, and then I'm going to squeeze my glutes. Think about dragging the floor underneath me as I stand up. Other variation, a little bit different. So this one just did glutes, hamstrings, quads. This one is a little bit more thigh. So my torso is going to be upright and knee moves more. I need to practice this more. And maybe my knee moves first before my hip. This is a hard one for me. It's hard for me to keep my hip in extension. For here, I feel this a lot more in my quads as I load and as I come back up. But I still do feel this in my glutes and my hamstrings. So from the front, my chest is more upright, and then I stand back up. No matter what variation you do, want to make sure your pelvis stays in neutral rather than dropping. So you're really keeping level the whole time. And you want to make sure your knee stays out and your foot stays connected. I mentioned how you can enhance this. Squeeze your glutes. I talked about staying, like dragging the floor underneath you to come back up. The other thing is, another way to think about it is flattening or splaying your toes into the ground, but not letting your foot cave. So you're staying connected with your muscles without this happening. Ooh, I'm out of breath. To make this easier, you can hold on to something, hold on to the wall, hold on to a stick, or you can go to a chair or a box, tapping the box. From a range of motion standpoint, you can reduce your range of motion. And then to make this harder, you can go deeper as far as your hip will allow you. So if your hip is hinging like this, you're going to eventually run out of hip motion. And what you'd have to do beyond that would be to tuck your pelvis. I don't really recommend that. Other ways to increase the difficulty is to load it, holding weights by your side or up here on your shoulders with a barbell or with something else, or loading it with bands. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you're not already subscribed, be sure to subscribe so you're notified every time a video is launched. Like the video, and then again, my name is Dr. Jocelyn Conley. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next video.